Your pricing strategy and your pricing page is one of the biggest things that determines the success of your SaaS business, believe it or not. It sets the tone of exactly which segment of the market you're going after, the type of sales process, the type of marketing process, how much you can spend on a client. All of these things come together because of your pricing strategy. And your pricing page is where all of this gets communicated. So in this episode, I'm going to dig into the 3 principles you absolutely need to know to make sure you transform your pricing page and eloquently communicate exactly how you price your product. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK. On this channel, I help SaaS founders like you accelerate the growth of your SaaS business with an unstoppable strategy. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. I drop a video like this 3 times a week with the TK energy, so be sure to get notified with it. So hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, that way you'll get notified. If you are part of the community already, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching program, welcome back. It's really great to see you guys over here. So when I was back at ToutApp, we went through multiple iterations of our pricing page and our pricing strategy. We probably clocked easily 100 hours through the course of the business. We had a self-service business, we had a sales-driven business. We needed to make sure that the 2 businesses didn't cannibalize each other. We needed to make sure that we effectively maximized the amount of revenues we were collecting per customer. Our DRR was going up. We needed to make sure that our CAC to LTV ratio was right. All these things came into this one central thing, which was our pricing strategy and our pricing page. So through all those twists and turns, having gone through this already, here are my 3 principles, 3 principles on how to actually make sure you nail your pricing page and your pricing strategy. So if you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and let's go right into it. Okay, so the first principle is this. Know the difference between your design and your strategy. A lot of times, founders will just jump, and I made the same mistake. I would just jump into this magical template that I got for a pricing page. Or I looked at Basecamp. Basecamp and 37 Singles was an inspiration of mine. I looked at their page. I'm like, oh, it's got to be like this. And I would just jump into sort of the design of it. Now, there's a huge difference between your pricing strategy and your pricing page design. Huge difference. And I got some bad news for you. You can have a really terrible design for your pricing page. If the pricing strategy is right, you'll still convert. It'll still be wildly successful. You can have the most beautiful pricing page, but if your strategy is wrong, it doesn't match up to the value you're delivering, you won't convert. So you need to make sure you have a proper pricing strategy. If you want to dig more into exactly how to build a pricing strategy, be sure to check out this video. I go into a very specific set of principles to follow to actually develop your pricing strategy. That's not what this video is about. This is more about how you actually present it. So make sure you know the difference between the design versus the strategy. You don't have to go right now. I'll link to it below, don't worry. But get your strategy right first. You get the strategy right, then it'll make sure that you are cognizant of exactly how your DRR is going to be greater than 100%, how much you can spend on a customer, what kind of sales process you need to have. All those things will fall into place when you get the strategy right. If you don't have the strategy right, then you'll just be missing out. So that's principle number 1. Principle number 2 is in your page, in your pricing page, and in your homepage, first decide if you're going to put pricing up or not. This is not an obvious answer, and there's a strategy around this in itself. So the question becomes, do you have a talk to sales button or do you have a pricing page? Do you at all publish your pricing? And I don't think you should just assume that publishing your pricing is the best thing to do. So you're trying to figure out, all right, do we have a talk to sales button? Do we have a start free trial button? Do we have a pricing page? Be sure to check out this video where I go into a lot more details and exact principles to follow for making sure that you make the right decision here. It's not obvious, and it's not a one-size-fits-all. There are principles to follow around this. I'll link to that video below as well. Hopefully you're not getting frustrated in that, okay, TK told me I'd have a beautiful pricing page and he's telling me to do all this other work. Yeah, the beautiful pricing page won't matter unless you get this stuff down right, and this is what really makes a difference. And my goal here is to bring you content that helps you succeed, not makes you feel good. So sorry, not sorry, I guess. Anyway, before I go into principle number 3 on exactly what to put on your pricing page and how to think about the design, let me just pause here for a second. If you're starting to see the power in this, if you're starting to see, look, There's a difference between design and strategy is more important. There's a difference between the two, talk to sales and start free trial, and whether we should publish or not. We should figure this out. Can I just get a yes in the comments below? Also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you are building a SaaS business and you're trying to figure out your strategy and getting all these pieces right, be sure to download my 5-point SaaS growth strategy guide. It's completely free and I'll link to it below, but let's go into principle number 3. So principle number 3 is you will likely have downloaded a template for a pricing page. You maybe have looked at Drift's pricing page or HubSpot's pricing page or Basecamp's pricing page or Asana's pricing page. Fortunately, right now, there's plenty of great examples of pricing pages, and you can bet that for their specific audiences and for their pricing strategy, they have split tested the crap out of all their pricing pages. So I'm less concerned about the design and how you present it, but when you're presenting it and you've decided that, okay, we know what our pricing strategy is, we know that we're going to have a pricing page, what do we put? There are some critical principles to follow, like in how you're presenting the pricing page. There's essentially going to be 2 types of pricing that you land with. The first one is just a straight up pricing. Like for example, if, one of my SaaS businesses is unstoppablesunday.com. It helps founders plan their week and go into Monday with an unstoppable plan and punch the Sunday jitters. We all have them. We have a flat pricing model. It's $9 a month. That's it. It's just $9 a month. You can start a free trial. And so if you have a simple model like that, like Rome Research, they got to millionaire ARR real fast. It's a note-taking app. They just have a simple pricing model. It's just $15 a month. And if you have something like that, essentially what you really want is 2 options. You want to have a monthly plus a yearly end discount. So you want to say, this is how much it costs monthly, and if you pay for the year, you get a 20% discount. Boom, easy, done. And a lot of times, if that's your pricing strategy and you have a pricing page, keep it dead simple and easy, and just communicate that, and people will do the math. I'm like, yep, like $9 a month, and I get this. That sounds like a good deal, or $99 a month, or $1,000, whatever it may be. It's like I get a good deal, and I can actually save money. That's powerful. The biggest thing about a pricing page is you want to present some options. If you just have one option, then people will either make a binary decision. If you present some options, they're like, well, I have some options, I can think about it, start trial. Then it's super powerful. So you always want to show a monthly and a yearly if you have a flat pricing structure. Now, suppose you don't have a flat pricing structure. You have different tiers. You have your free plan, and you have your starter plan, and you have your gold plan. The key thing to do here is don't call them the starter plan, the gold plan, and the bronze plan. And we went through so many naming conventions at ToutApp, like it was insane. But ultimately, here's the best practice. Are you ready? The best practice is name your plans according to the customer journey or your value ladder. Meaning, every customer that you're ever going to have is on a certain journey. Oftentimes, it's based on company size. Like, that's just what it is. Sometimes it's based on their level of complexity. What you want to do is understand where this person is in their customer journey so they can self-identify and go in and say, yep, this is for me. And they can actually then upgrade over time. So instead of having a free starter gold bronze plan, which means nothing, name your plans and present them according to the customer journey. Meaning, look, if you're just starting out, start with the starter plan, the amateur plan, or the beginner's plan. If you are a mid-market, mid-sized business and you have reasonable number of things, then go here. If you're an enterprise company and you have all these requirements, go here. And always, when you have this customer journey piece, with the value ladder, always have an outrageous value ladder. I remember when we started ToutApp, we were $30 a month. So we were like, just $30 a month or pay for the year, like easy. Then we added tiers. So we had a $30 a month and like a $99 a month. And we had no enterprise customers. We had no idea this was going to be a thing. We just added a $199 plan. And I was shocked the first day someone just signed up for the $199 plan. I'm like, what is happening right here? And that's what gave birth to our sales-driven business, honestly. So what you should have is a value ladder. What you should have is one extra Hail Mary plan that's an outrageous price just to see if people click, and eventually they will. And what you should also have as you get to the highest price levels is still an option to talk to sales. Sometimes for bigger clients, there's going to be an option. They're just going to want to talk to a human. And maybe you are including a chatbot or you have a talk to sales. Either way, have that option in there. So to recap, first of all, know the difference between a design versus strategy. Strategy is more important. I'll link to that video down below. You should definitely watch that next. Then figure out if you should have a pricing page at all or you should just have a talk to sales button. And I'll link to that video where I go into more of that down below as well. And lastly, when your pricing page, sure, get the beautiful design, but if you have a flat pricing model, then do a monthly plus yearly so that there's options. Otherwise, name your plans and show your plans based on the customer journey value ladder. so that they can self-identify and say, yep, that's me. I'm the mid-market. I don't need the full-blown thing, enterprise thing, or I'm the beginner. I just want to get started. They'll self-identify and they'll go in and they'll feel understood. So those are my 3 principles for your pricing page. You can transform your pricing page, you can eloquently communicate your pricing strategy, and you can actually grow faster. If you got value from this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you have a friend, a SaaS founder that's also struggling with these things, please share this video with them. It means the world to us. I drop a video like this 3 times a week with actionable strategies to grow your SaaS business faster. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. If you are building out a SaaS business, then I invite you to download my SaaS Growth Strategy Guide. Inside of it, I give you a whole bunch more resources on exactly how to build a growth strategy and execute on it to grow faster. Just go to getunstoppable.com/strategy to download that guide. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business, but when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode.